Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and ready to cheer on the Texas A&M Aggies. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The burnt orange just smoked the Aggies the last time these two got together.
And anytime you get beat down by your rival, like Reese was talking about, it stings. And it's talked about for a long time, and your coaches do not let you forget it.
And these two teams feel it on the recruiting trail too, right? Texas's blowout win last year really helped them this past offseason, so they're looking to capitalize and see if they can go 2 years in a row.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter, but you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's got it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He's loose. The 20. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, really nice catch there. And I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches that patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies,
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. If it works, they tried to follow up the big run with a pass and didn't work out for them.
now how about a good job by the defense? You know, sometimes when you give up runs, you get more aggressive. You want to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage, and you want to overreact. The defense stayed calm, stayed true, came up with a big sack the next play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. It's Manning. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero. But, oh boy, it's kind of the opposite.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. At the 40, there he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
On the move, it's Gibson. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Keeps the legs moving. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Field goal is good. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down to start the drive after the break. They want to run it left here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. caught in the backfield. It's Owens. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Campbell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They're trying to get to it. That's caught. It's Campbell. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half was this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep.
So much for the wet ball drill. Couldn't hang on to it and muffed it.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble. And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down.
42 Spider.
Going to the running game. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who can score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 14 to Washington State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Got a lot of running room. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Green. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who he was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Okay, ready?
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The run from the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Lets it fly. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Line getting set on second down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Unleashes one. Got him downfield. Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
It's caught, and they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open in. Nice job between those two.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air, it's Wegman. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Rolls it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Wegman. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Aggies!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. Now, listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the point after is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Texas A&M.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Number 39, set to kick off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts...
Nothing but green ahead. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. To the air, it's Wegman. finds a man on the left. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Got his man quickly. They stripped it out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the 1st down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing, take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the 1st down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The give to the lone running back. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Got it behind the line. It's Owens. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that 1st score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over West Virginia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the running back has it.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
From the gun, the ground game. The Longhorns get it past the sticks.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Shakes off the tackler. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Caught behind the line. It's Curry. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting him drive off the ball.